Top 5 baits for the month of February. Guys, in today's video we're going to be discussing my top baits that you need tied on to catch big bass in the month of February. February is one of my favorite months to fish, and I've got 5 baits that's going to help you catch a lot more bass. My name's Josh with Josh and Hunter's Adventures, and welcome back to the channel. Alright guys, so let's talk about my top 5 baits. So in my area here, we are not exactly in pre-spawn in February. Yes, in those warmer days we do get those bigger bass that'll move up shallow, but for the most part we're still really in a winter part through most of the month. Now if the weather changes, we can probably see some of those bigger fish start moving up shallow, but I've got these 5 baits that I always have tied on and I catch fish on each year during the month of February. Okay, so first one, I catch a lot of bass in February on a jerkbait. Now I throw a few different ones. I'm always going to have them readily available here. I like the Mega Bass 110 Junior Plus One, and I also like the 110 Junior. It's a really good bait. It's a smaller profile just a little bit. Sometimes they key in on that. Now this past year I was throwing a lot this Plus One, so this is the 110 Plus One, and they were down just a little bit deeper where I was finding them, and the smallmouth was just tearing this bait up. This one just beat up all the pieces here, but the Plus One and the 110 Junior and the 110 Junior Plus is my go-to jerkbaits for the month of February. Okay, so that's number 1. Next, I'm going to be throwing some type of swim bait. I like this time of year, I catch a lot on 2.8s. Same thing with my wintertime bass fishing. I love a 2.8. I pair it up with a Eclipse head here from Angler Tungsten in an 1/8 ounce. I found that this time of year, if you fish an 1/8 ounce and just slow roll it, they cannot stand it. Usually I'm going to have a shad-like color and this chartreuse electric blue. That's just my go-to colors for this time of year. Like I said, I want to slow roll that swim bait. I'll get off on these banks and just slow roll it down the bank, and it's a really good bait. My next one, if we get some warm days and that water temperature starts creeping up into the 50s, I'm going to be picking up some type of demon colored crankbait, like this Rapala or this blaze color here in this Berkeley Money Badger. This one's a really good one, but I have caught a ton on this demon color and like a DT8. If we don't have like a lot of warmer weather and it's still like a wintertime weather we're having, I will throw a crankbait, but I will throw it in a more of a crawl-like pattern, like this Rapala. This is the Ott one, and then this is just a DT8 Rapala here. So if I've got warmer weather and it's in the 50s, I'm going to throw that red. If I don't, I'm just going to stick with the crawl pattern, because I find that I catch a lot more bass in February on crawl patterns versus shad on a crankbait. I really don't know why, but I just seem like I do. Okay, now another good bait this time of year that you catch a lot of big fish on, especially when those females just slowly start moving up, is a jig. I love to throw a jig, whether it's a football jig or a round head jig like this one. This will catch a lot of really nice bass. February, you catch a lot of big fish, and if you're throwing baits like this, they're looking to feed up and get ready for the spawn, and a bait like this is a really good choice. So a jig of your choice, whether, like I said, round head or football head. Now, another bait that I'm still going to throw a lot in the month of February is my tight line. I can't set it down because I've caught so many big fish in the month of February on this. My 1/8 ounce head and my gulp minnow, it's a 3-inch smelt. Just my loop knot. I've talked about this on the channel a bunch. I know y'all seen all the videos. If you haven't, you need to go check them out and make sure you subscribe to the channel. But I still catch a lot of fish on this, and I'm able to fish it deep and start shallow wherever I might need to be. So a tight line is still a really good choice for the month of February. I catch a lot of fish still on it in February, really. So let's see here. We've got our jerkbait, like I said, our Plus One or our Plus One Junior. We've got our swim bait with our Angler Tungsten, our crankbait, our jig, and our tight line. Guys, you go with those 5 baits to any lake and you'll be able to have a really good time in the month of February. Like I said, if we get some really warm weather, then those crankbait bites are really going to start firing up. But guys, I just want to make a quick video and share my top 5 baits for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any questions or comments, or you want to maybe add to my list, go down in the comment section and leave it. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Until next time, this is Josh with Josh and Hunter's Adventures. Thanks for watching.